Welcome to I Am Well podcast. I am your host, Gemma, a nutritionist and mindset coach passionate about all things health and wellness. I'm going to take you on a journey to discovering what health means for you and how to create a life you love living. I'm on a mission to uplift those who feel overwhelmed with what it means to be healthy, reminding you, my listeners, that nutrition is only one aspect of health, and empower you to live your best life on your terms. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the I Am Well podcast. Today is the Sisterly Chats segment, and I'm so excited to have my sister on again. We always have the most fun times doing this, and I hope you guys love it because we love it. It forces us to create these moments with each other, and it's just, as I said, it's just so much fun, and you'll understand that it's so much fun. Now, if you are someone who has been listening to me for a while now and you're like, you're loving what I'm teaching, you are curious about the fasting and you're wondering how you can even start this, how you can even start creating a life around fasting and your hormones, I highly recommend and invite you to come along to my free masterclass that is on Tuesday, the 25th of June. This is at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time and is via Zoom. So if you register and you're not able to attend, I will still send you the link via your email. So do not stress if you're like, that time doesn't suit me, I've got work, it's okay. You will be sent the recording so you can watch it in your own time, which is amazing. If you are attending, do not stress. You do not have to have your camera on. It is literally just me sharing as much information as I can with you. And it's all about crafting your own healthy lifestyle, figuring out how to make it suit you, your hormones, and your day-to-day life. If you came to my wellness retreat, it's an add-on from that, because you might have come to the wellness retreat and you loved what I taught, but you're like, okay, but where do I get started? This is the masterclass for you. It is free. You might as well come along and get some free information. The link is in the show notes below, so all you need to do is click on the link to register, and I hope to see you there. Hi everyone, and welcome back to I Am Well podcast. Welcome back to the Sisterly Chats segment. I don't even know if that's still a good title, but I've got my sister back on with me today, Courtney.
Hi.
And we're talking, I did make a little poll on my Instagram, and we're talking today about confidence.
Which we have lots of, obviously.
Oh my God, my eye.
It's taken us a good 5 minutes to even just get
I know.
started and try
I've
to
done
talk.
this so many times. I've done like, oh my God, there's something in my eye. It's so good. I was cutting up bread this morning, and when I was cutting it, I think a crumb flicked up and hit me in the eye. Anyway, that's another story.
Still there.
I was literally just talking to Courtney this morning, and I was like, do I have ADHD? Because I start on one thing and then I always switch over.
It does run in the family. So.
Yes, so it's quite possible. But that's not what I was talking about. What were we talking about? I was literally just saying, oh yeah, the title.
Confidence.
Confidence. No? I don't even know if this is a good start.
Back to confidence,
Okay,
you know?
sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me calm down. Confidence. This is something that we have had to muster up.
Yeah. We're definitely not pros.
No.
But we've definitely learned.
Yeah. And we're getting better.
Yeah,
I've gotten heaps
100%.
better. Like, it's crazy because I feel like through your 20s is such a, you're testing the waters with different things. Yeah. You're going up and down, trying to figure out who you are as a person.
Yeah. And then just like how to portray that and get it out there without embarrassing yourself and having the confidence.
Yeah, I know. And if we've talked about this before or anyone knows, we used to own a salon together. And I definitely think like that was a time, it was such a shaky ground for us because we were literally trying to figure out who we were ourselves and build our own confidence. And we all had these great ideas, but everyone was too scared to like...
We had no confidence in ourselves whatsoever. Looking back now, we just go, what were we doing? Like we could have done so much and could have smashed it, and like, but we just had no confidence in ourselves.
Yeah.
But it was also at a time in our lives where we were becoming new mums. Our personal lives were very hectic and busy.
Yeah.
We had no time for ourselves.
We did so much at once. It was just crazy. Like, why did we do so much at once? So, I think we were in some big rush.
Yeah. And now we're like, all right.
Now like, oh, okay.
Stop, slow down.
Yeah, who are we again?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the part where we have to try and find ourselves. But yeah, as you said, like we had so much potential, but we were just so, I think, like so in our own heads and so caught up with what are people going to think, like, or we had like great plans but we were too scared to ever execute because we were always like, oh, but I don't want to come across like cocky, or I don't want to come across embarrassing, and it's just like,
and then you'd always have the like back of the head thing going, is this the right thing? Probably not. Stay safe, just stay what you're doing, and like don't change and all that.
And it's just crazy how you hear this time and time again, that so many people could do so much and they have such amazing ideas, but they're never executed because of this little thing called confidence. Like everyone's just so worried about not fitting in.
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking about this morning because I knew we were talking about this, and I was kind of like, this is like so random, this kind of way of thinking. But if you like, it's really outside the box. But like eventually we're all gonna die, right?
Oh my God. Morbid. Right.
No, stay with me. We're all gonna die.
Okay.
And then there's gonna be a whole new lot of people. Like, you know, when we're gone, our kids are gone, like, and you know, so why are we so caught up in trying to please the people who are here right now?
I know.
Who cares? You know, it's just...
And really, when it comes down to it, everyone's so worried about themselves.
Yes.
That they don't have enough worry to worry about what you're doing. Yet you think that everyone is so worried about what you're doing and going to talk and going to like... But no one... When it comes down to it, no one really cares.
Yeah. If you want to do that business, or you want to start something on social media, you want to like show your face, but you're too scared to, I will tell you this, like, you can post so many things at once and think you're annoying everyone, but most of the time they're probably only seeing maybe one thing of that. Like maybe you've posted like 20 things at once and you're like, oh my God, everyone's going to think I'm really annoying. And you're like, no, people probably like saw one thing that you posted.
And like, people don't think that deeply into it. Like social media is such a big thing nowadays that everyone just, if they're not interested, they'll just skim past, or like they just won't even take a second look and be like, oh, wait, what are you doing? Like, they'll just be like, oh, yeah, another person. Like, it's just such a normal thing. And I think especially with this next generation coming up, they have, like, grown up fully with social media. Yeah. So I feel like it's just going to be such a different... different confidence within that realm of things.
That's so true. I feel like our kids are going to grow up and they're going to, like, watch back on this. It's probably going to... Do you reckon it's going to be like, oh, my God, my parents are so daggy?
Yeah, 100%.
You never know. Like, they might have thought, oh, they're really cool.
No way.
My mum's so hip.
Oh, God. I definitely don't think they're going to think that. Even if you were the coolest thing ever, I don't think your kids will ever think you're cool.
Yeah, I know.
Like, until then...
Summer still does. She's like 5. She doesn't think I'm cool now. I've got no chance.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
Anyway, I did get up some questions, so let's have a look.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does confidence come from? Like, where do you think confidence comes from?
I feel like it comes from like knowing who you are, knowing your values, and knowing what makes you you, and being so fine with that and so happy with that, and not
that,
and not having any doubt in yourself, so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or anything that happens. It doesn't matter because you truly know deep down, like,
That's so true.
That you're who you are, you're doing it for a purpose, like everything. Like I feel like that's self-confidence.
Yeah, I feel like that's so true. It's coming from a place where like you don't feel the need to have to impress others.
Yeah.
You know, you don't feel the need to have that assurance because you've already got that self-assurance.
Yeah.
So you're not looking for other people to build you up.
Yeah.
You've already built yourself up.
Yeah.
So I guess, that's where kind of that confidence comes from. And I feel like if you're not in that place now, it's not like, there's no hope. There's things that you can do that I've implemented, that even you've implemented, and that it eventually it gets easier, and all of a sudden it becomes second nature. But don't get me wrong, like, oh my God, we still
I feel like it definitely
lack confidence at times.
Yeah, oh my God, yeah. I feel like it definitely comes in waves of in and out. Like when you're obviously going to try something new, or it's a new time of your life, or there's something unknown to you, your confidence will like probably lack.
Yeah.
But then when like you're thriving and you're right in the center of like the peak, that's when like I feel like your self-confidence is like thriving.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, of course, like human nature, we don't want to do anything
that's out of...
we're not used to doing, that our brain has never done before. That's scary. So, of course.
Yeah.
But I think we've got to remind ourselves that it is human nature, that is a human instinct thing. So if it feels wrong, lean into it and do it.
Yeah.
Because that's just where you build more confidence up.
Yeah.
That's where you learn more. So it's growth.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you want to stay to not growing? Like that's boring.
Yeah. I definitely think like with your self-confidence, you want to just do it for yourself, literally self-confidence, but like for yourself, because you just want to be, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like I'm so not confident right now, probably not so confident, but I'm trying to find my confidence again that I used to have when I was younger, to just like be so fine with who I am and where I am at life, and like not care if I'm not doing the same thing as what all these other people are doing, not caring if I don't look a certain way and everything like that. Like I'm trying to just be like, no, this is my life and I'm doing it for me and my like I'm going through that whole journey. Yeah. So I'm definitely like leaning in towards like self-confidence just is about yourself and just really being happy with who you are and not needing anyone else. So like, yeah, I don't know where else.
I love that. No, but I love that. I was just like, oh yeah, no, that's so good. Like it's so inspiring to just, and I don't even think people realize, but the more you become a person that you're just living for yourself, the more people are just drawn to you, because everyone wants that. Everyone actually wants that. But everyone also has this human instinct desire to want to fit in.
Yeah.
It literally is we've got to remember that is a human instinct, and we are human beings.
Yeah.
And this, was very like back in the day where we had to fit in for survival. Yeah. Like it's like, well, you don't have to fit in anymore for survival.
You don't need to be like you can get outside of your little cave of your people and be safe. There's not any monsters out there that are going to eat you. Like it's fine.
Unless you live in certain areas, which we won't go to.
Well, I feel like Australia's got a lot of random creatures out there.
Yes, that's true.
It's probably the one place where you do have to be careful.
Yeah, crocs scare me the most. I think they're my biggest fear. Anyway, that's another episode.
Our fears. Keeps me
what
up
are
at
our
night.
fears?
Keeps me up. Crocodiles.
Honestly, crocodiles. Like, what's your biggest fear?
Like animal-wise?
Yeah, let's go animals. Mine's crocodiles for sure. They do the death roll.
Yeah, like, but like once they're on land, they're useless.
No, I swear I read somewhere that they're fast. Aren't they fast on
land? No, they're so slow. You could outrun a crocodile.
No, we did. We went to Australia Zoo.
They told us.
They told us that.
That's where I got my facts from. If that's wrong, that's on the Australia Zoo.
No, I did. I saw a TikTok and someone said they were fast on land.
In water.
No, you're wrong. We went to
water.
Australia
They're
Zoo.
so fast.
Yes.
Land, not so much. So like, just if you're staying on land, you're fine.
You're fine. Yeah.
Just don't go near the water's edge though.
Yeah.
They can run. But I don't know. I think. I actually don't know. Something would be.
The little jellyfish that you can't see?
No.
That kill you?
Oh, well, if it killed me, yeah, I would care. But
I'm just like, get a fear. Trying to find something.
But if I went into the ocean, I wouldn't be freaking out if there was jelly. Like, I wouldn't be thinking about it.
You wouldn't know.
No.
Okay.
Maybe
Sharks.
yeah, but I think...
You saw the fin thing?
Yeah, well, that's what...
Dude,
Yeah,
like, yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have a fear probably...
You don't really?
No, I just
do you have a fear of spiders?
Yeah, that's what I was like, probably like bugs, but like... I could still kill a bug, but I'm like, it would freak me out though if like one was running at me. But I could still kill it.
Wasn't there one... Oh no, that was the other day. There was a big bug or something that Sass had.
What?
She brought it in from outside.
Yes, she did. I can't remember what that was.
Yeah, I just remember you freaking out.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's probably bugs. That's way off topic.
That's our fears. Anywho, back to confidence.
So sorry about that. Okay, okay, let's see another question. So, can you fake self-confidence? Do you think?
Yeah.
Euphoria? Do you think of Euphoria?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
There's a good quote in that. I can't remember exactly how it goes.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I watched it once, but I remember this. What's her name?
Zendaya.
The other popular one.
Sydney.
She got dark hair.
No.
Is her name Maddie in it?
Oh, yeah.
Is her name Maddie in the thing?
Yeah, I don't know her name.
She talks about how like you can fake self-confidence. You just everyone's faking it or something like that. Yeah, I gotta find this. But it's so true. Like, random Euphoria. But the key in this is actually so true that you can literally, like, everyone is faking it 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, if the more you fake it, the more you just become it.
Yeah.
And then, so I know this when I go to a place like, say the wellness retreat that I just hosted. You know, that's the first time I've ever spoken in person in front of over 10 women that I hadn't met before. And it was very intimate. Like, it was in the backyard of someone's house. So it was like very intimate setting. And these women, like, yeah, as I said, I hadn't met before.
Yeah.
And I was nervous, but I didn't want to think about that. So I literally put on kind of like a persona and was like, pretend like you've done this before.
Yeah.
Like, you're not Gemma who's doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
You've Gemma that's done this. And then it reminded me, like, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know I've done, like, I know my studies. I have a lot of knowledge. Like, and then it just built me up.
Yeah.
So 100% you can fake it.
Yeah.
That's what most people do.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anything else to say on this topic, Connie?
No, I was just going to be like, yeah, I think everyone fakes it. At least, sure, I think even, like, the biggest celebrities and everything would have to fake it. Because, like...
Beyonce, what she's called.
Yeah, that's what I was... When you said that you put on a different persona, I was like, Beyonce, Sasha Fierce?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
Like, everyone does it. Because you just... I don't know. It's how you grow. It's definitely how you grow and how you become the next better version of yourself. So...
It's 100%, yes. We agree. Yeah. You can fake self-confidence.
Yes.
Okay. Can self-confidence lead to success? Yes and no, can't it?
It can. Yeah. Yes. I agree.
I agree. Like, it can. Of course it can.
Yeah, because just like what we said, like, it makes you grow as a person. It makes you do things that you aren't comfortable doing. It makes you step out of your comfort zone and try that next new thing.
And, like, I did see somewhere, like, unfortunately, like, most people that, like, are in a leadership role or something, a lot of them are narcissists. Like, I did read that somewhere that a lot of them are narcissists, but the thing that narcissists have in common is they have that natural inbuilt self-confidence. Like, they're so self-assured. Yeah. And just imagine if you had just a dash of more of that. Yeah. Which you 100% can. And this is where I think we need to, like, uplift the people that are listening to this going, okay, but, like, how do I become more confident? And, okay, let's go back to when we were working at the salon and we had no self-confidence or very little. I actually, for me, personally, think I went on a roller coaster of confidence in my 20s because I started off pretty confident. Like, I was doing random things. Like, I was
You're doing
I
like
was a dancer.
yeah. I was like
so-
you were doing like gigs and everything, which
yeah,
like you definitely need confidence for.
I literally dressed up as a reindeer and went galloping around a shopping centre. That's self-confidence. For Christmas time, might I add. There was a theme. It wasn't just me.
You just randomly dressed up as a reindeer going around a shopping centre and for no reason but just for fun.
I liked the outfit.
Oh my God, imagine.
Yeah, no, it was for a gig. There were other people dressed as reindeer too. But can you imagine going from that, having that much confidence? Like, I was doing gigs like that. I was dressing up as characters. I was talking to random people.
But then...
And then I came back.
Yeah, but like I was going to say, also, you went to Japan and had a fan base.
Yeah, I know.
You had it, like, it was
that
so...
probably built up the confidence.
That's what I was going to say. So can you imagine, like, this is what I mean by, like, comes in, like, waves and everything. Like, you went to Japan and had a fan base. Like, that's crazy. I remember, like, they would tag you in, like collages of photos they've made of you and things like that. And so you had a fan base. And then you came back to Melbourne and then...
I came back to the real life.
You were like... oh crap, what am I doing now? Like, who
I
am I?
panicked.
And everything. And then that's when I'm like, the dips happen because then you're like, all your self-confidence got, like, it was skyrocketing, you're at your peak.
Yeah.
And then you come back and you're like, who am I? And that's why I'm like, so like, it's definitely about believing in yourself
and knowing
who you are and what you want to do and all that, which builds your self-confidence.
100%.
Because now look, we went down into a little ditch when we were back from Japan and everything. You, not me. I'm just including myself in this. And now, like, look at you now. You're thriving again because you're doing something that you're passionate about and that you love and everything again. Yeah. Like what you were doing in Japan because you loved that. It was hard because you
100%.
moved country, but you were thriving in what you were doing. So that's why I think it all just comes down to, like, you've got to be truly, deeply happy with your inner self and to do the work, like, to get to that point.
So you've got to figure out, where are you now and in your life right now? Like, ask those big questions because I reckon, I don't know, if I had to ask them a few years back, I would have probably had a lot of huge realizations like, oh, like, okay, maybe I'm not happy with what I'm doing. Is that what it is? You know, are you happy with your job? Are you happy with where you are at? Are you doing something that you're passionate about, even if it's like a little side hustle? Like, are you doing
or a hobby,
like anything, hobbies that you're loving? Like, are you catching up with people that you love to catch up with?
Going out for dinner and doing something for yourself, or like getting up that little bit earlier to have that time in the morning to do something for yourself. Yeah. To, like, build up, like, your inner work. That's definitely...
Because all of those things will create that self-confidence that you're after. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's easier to fake it or put on the personas and because you, as Courtney said, you just start to know who you are. You start to understand yourself so much better. Yeah. But yeah, it's so interesting when you look at like that. Like, if you can look back on, you know, if you're at your stage where you're getting to the end of your 20s, you could look back on it and just be like, okay, like, have I had the ebbs and flows like what I've had? Yeah. Because it is really interesting to note that, when I came back and I stopped doing what I loved, might I add, I stopped doing it because I was worried about money. Yeah. And I so wholeheartedly believe and never do anything just because of money. Yeah. Because I'm like literally proof that it doesn't make you happy. No. Like, I was like, okay, well, I need a stable job because I need a stable income. I need to get, money coming through, like, consistently, because doing the entertainment and the dancing and stuff, it was always ebbs and flows of money. Yeah. It's never going to be like fully consistent. And no bank was ever going to loan you money because it just didn't show up like it was consistent amount. So I was like, okay, well, I need to find something more stable. So I went and did a course on how to become a medical receptionist. And I went to uni to study psychology, and it was so, I was interested in psychology and I was interested in all this stuff, but you could tell deep down I was going against what really makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because it was always very hard to do and to stay, and I didn't, and I slowly started to be like, who am I? Like, I was losing myself. And it was because I was trying to conform to society's ways of you must get a house, you must have a job, you must get married, you must have kids. Like, I was trying to be that way inclined successful. But technically, that's not what I deem as successful. And everyone deems something different.
Everyone has different values and different, goals and that.
So, yeah, that's, like, real eye-opening.
Yeah.
What about yourself? Anything? I feel like we just went through therapy for me.
No, I probably am more so, like, at not like my lowest of like confidence, but like slowly building back up maybe, but definitely confused about like who I am and everything. So I know that that's where I have no confidence because I don't know who I am or what I'm doing anymore, like outside of being a mum.
Yeah.
Like doing that, and also moving states and selling the business and everything like that. Like, to me, beauty, I knew from a young age that I loved beauty therapy. Like, I loved doing anything like in that realm. Like, I remember when I first got my first like French nail tip, like little thing and everything. So I remember that, and then I
loved it.
Did that from like 15 years old. I started studying, doing that, and then I went into it straight away after leaving school. And then I had we had the business and everything in it. And now that that's all shut down and gone, I'm like, oh God, that was my whole life sort of.
Yeah, I get that.
So then I'm like, what am I going to do now? And I don't think like, not that what I'm doing, my work is like confidence, but like I just knew that made me know myself more. Yeah. Whereas now I'm like, oh, I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. Mm-hmm. And also because like now I'm over 25, like, I don't know, you just feel like your life obviously changes, having kids, getting married, like it changes. And then now I'm just like, okay, what's the next thing in life? Like, what's my next pivot? Like, what am I doing? So I think I'm at my like probably lower point of like confidence and just confused, but I know the tools to like build myself back up, and I've just got to get like confidence to do it again. And like,
but it's really good that you're saying it right now, because like people wouldn't admit it.
No, yes,
you know, you just want to pretend like it's all okay all the time
and everything. Yeah.
But maybe this is like the universe's way of saying like because we all kind of define ourselves with our job.
Yeah, I know.
So it's kind of like you need to find who Courtney is without saying I'm a beauty therapist. Yeah. You know, like I'm a coach. Like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
Getting deep. Sorry. Okay. Let me see. There's another one that says, can meditation increase self-confidence? Do you do meditation?
Every now and again I do. I try to. I just don't have the discipline to wake up early yet to do it without kids. Because then
I'm the same.
If we had no, like, if the kids were like I don't know, daycare or whatever. Yeah. I think, I could do it. But knowing they're home and knowing they could run into the room at any point in time and like be like, Mom, I'm like, oh, no, just can't switch off. Can't switch that little flick.
And it's funny because I remember, like, I've heard different advice around this, and it's like, even if you can just get up 5 minutes before your kids and do it. And I thought, okay, like it's just 5 minutes before. But now I've realized why I can't even do that. It's because, well, if you're up throughout the whole night, 5 minutes before is like, you want to take that. Like, you want to take all the sleep that you can get. You know what I mean?
So, and plus, kids, I don't know, and some kids probably do, but my kids definitely don't wake up at the same time every single day. So say like you go, okay, I'll wake up at 5:30 today. Mm-hmm. Well, they could be up at 5:30. Then the next day they could, like, so it just never is like a routine. Like, okay, I'll wake up at this time, and then they'll wake up at that time. No, the kids just wake up when they want to wake up and go. So I'm just like, I've learned that I'm like, I don't have the discipline. To get up early for then it to not work out for myself.
Yeah.
So it's just in the stage though of life what I'm at right now. So I know it will change in the future and it will be
But
different.
I think this is a good reminder that not one way works for everyone.
Yeah, 100%.
And I actually don't think you have to meditate in the morning before something.
Yeah.
I only do it either 2 or 3 times a week, depending on when I can fit it in.
Yeah.
And what I do, and I guess it's pretty lucky because I work from home, but I drive the kids, drop them off at daycare, then come back, and I only have 3 days without them, and then I'll do my meditation. And that's like either a 15, 20-minute, 30-minute meditation. I haven't really ever done longer. I know there's some people that do like an hour. I have done one for an hour, but it was like a guided one, like through a session. I've never done it on my own.
Yeah.
Because I think like my head, I start thinking like, oh, there's other things I could be doing right now.
Yeah.
But if you literally, I did find a good one, and I'll put the link in on the show notes, but it was on Insight Timer. And it's one that it's just affirmations. So you don't have to close your eyes and meditate. So sometimes I'll put that on in the car if I'm going places.
Yeah.
And it'll just say a bunch of stuff about self-confidence.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then every night I just put on a sleep meditation through Insight Timer as well. I go back and forth between like an abundance one that my business coach suggested, and then I go in between to a self-confidence one where I'm feeling my lowest self-confidence. Actually, that also reminded me, you go first.
No, I was just going to say, it's funny because you just said you're a business coach as well, but I was going to say that's also a way to make yourself more confident is you've got to have the right people around you.
Yes.
That are going to promote you and not promote, no, sorry,
that's
the wrong word, idea. But like believe in you and like make you feel I don't know, like you're like who you are is okay and it's fine and like it's like so you got to have the right people around you. If you have people around you that are like just negative and like not like on the same path of you right now in life, that can also bring you down. So definitely like, because I know your business coach has helped you so much with like your confidence and like being like, no, stop stressing, like you're doing great, like this, like, and it's just those little things that you sometimes need.
I actually forgot about that, but that's one of the biggest things for self-confidence. If you like, I know coaching it's a bit of an investment and can seem a bit daunting, but it is 100% worth it.
Yeah.
I went into a coaching program where I was in a group of a bunch of like, I think there's like 10 women in there. And I was like, oh, I thought I was getting one-to-one coaching. I'm going in with other women. And I was like, oh, and I remember it being really daunting and scary. But it was literally the best thing that ever happened because now I'm coming to the end of my coaching program. And our coach obviously leaves the group, but we've all agreed that we're keeping the group.
Yeah.
So we get to have that community of women that are like literally, for an example, this is so crazy that we're actually talking about this, but yesterday I woke up feeling really negative. I was going to message you, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was feeling, you know what I did? I looked at my phone. The first thing I know you should never look at your phone.
It's so hard.
I rolled over and was like, I'll just check it out.
Yeah.
And things just started, I don't know, it was just one thing after another just started to get me negative. And I didn't look at anything positive going on. I just looked at all the negatives, like business is a bit slow at the moment. Like, what you know, what if I'm not good enough? Like, you know, all those things that we all get from time to time. And I have found too, because I'm like, obviously I'm a coach about, you know, women's hormones. I know for myself now, it's always the week before my period.
Yeah.
If there's 1 or 2 days in that week that are the worst, that I wake up feeling the most negative.
Yeah.
And I try so hard to like get those thoughts out. And so I just jumped into the group and was just like, guys, these are the thoughts I'm having this morning. Like, I know they're not right, but oh my God, like what should I do? Should I journal it out? Should I like, and my business coach was so good. She just said like, you need to remember, like, you know all about women's hormones.
Yeah.
She's like, you know. So what you need to do is not listen to yourself right now. Do not listen to this version of you. This is your PMS version. Do not listen to them. She's like, do not work today. Do something for yourself.
Yeah.
That makes you happy. I got it at the end of the day, but so
Yes.
I didn't do something for myself. But I was like, damn it. But just having that community. Like it was just exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go in like invest in a coach, like, but just try to find a group of, you know,
like-minded people that
around you. Yeah. You can go to, I know Mum and you actually, you both joined the gym and you go do classes from time to time. Like if you go to the places that you enjoy, you'll end up finding like-minded people because they're obviously there because they enjoy it too. So 100%, that was actually a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Now I can't remember what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's why I was going to be like, no, I won't speak, but then
no, but that was actually such a good point. I do believe, 100% that if you have those right people around you, of course they're going to make you feel better. And I think we all at the salon got into negative headspaces and we were all in a bad space. So our vibe and energy was just
not working.
All wrong.
Yeah.
So what do we talk about? First, find out who you are.
Yeah.
Who?
As easy as that. Like, just find out who you are.
Just find out. Just go off and find it out.
Figure it out.
It's
a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. Try to ask those questions. If you've got a journal on you or anything, I so wholeheartedly believe in journaling, and it can feel a bit weird at the start because you're like, why do I need to write this down? Can't I just say it in my head? But it's so much better when you write it on paper.
Yeah.
So ask those questions to yourself, like, am I doing what I'm loving at the moment? Am I doing too much? You know, am I giving too much of myself to everyone else? Like,
are you doing what you truly love to do or what someone else wants, like, that you think that someone else wants you to do?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, true. What is it that lights you up? What is it that makes you happy? Because in those moments, you need to do more of that. Because in those moments, that's where you start to figure out the true you. And then that's where the confidence builds up.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's getting to the root of who you are as a person.
Yeah.
That is going to bring up that self-confidence. And, you know, thank you for sharing today where you're at, because it's like the fact that you're on this podcast with me and you're like actually saying it too. You're already showing that self-confidence. Yeah. So even though you're like, I feel like I don't have confidence, I'm like, well, you literally proved it today. Yeah. So it's everyone is on the same journey and everyone's just trying to live.
Yeah. Just trying to be happy.
Yeah, and I think that's just the common, and don't, you know, as I said, don't do things for money. Like,
yeah.
And like,
money is such a, like, it's such a big thing, but it's also not such a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, you make it such a bigger thing in your head.
Yeah, I understand where it's like, but I need money to live. And I'm
my
like,
God,
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But, you know, work as much as the most, like the littlest as you can to make the enough money to live.
Yeah.
And then do something on the side that makes you happy, because that's where you're going to...
But if you're truly living to your higher self, like truly living to your true self, you don't need to worry about money because money will just come through. That's
so true. Like 100%. So it just...
That'll just be a natural
happens.
thing that will just come through with it without you having to try really hard to be like... Because you won't be trying, because you'll just be loving your life and you'll just be doing it. So, but I know it's easier said than done, and I know that that's all very...
No, but that's 100% true. And surround yourself with people that build you up. If not, just listen to us. Listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
just our one segment.
Because we are so confident, and
we'll lift you up. We'll be your little besties.
We'll try to do our best.
Anyway, I hope you all got something out of that today. If not, I hope you just came for a good laugh.
Laugh about crocodiles.
Oh, yeah. No. Not me. Not me laughing about that one. Because, it just will make your day. I hope it does.
Got to be confident. It will make your day.
It will make your day. Okay.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on again.
No worries.
I'll have you on in another 4 weeks' time. Schedule it in.
Schedule it in. Well, you're so busy now. We actually do need
You
to
actually
schedule
do
it.
need to schedule it in. Otherwise, I will talk to you all in the next episode. So thanks for listening. And don't forget to give a rating and review if you liked this episode. Thanks, guys.